Welcome to the greatest podcast. Go argue with your mama.
Hello.
It's 2Mooresinapod starring Marcus and Deanna. You might just hear some drama. We all a little off kilter.
Right.
But what you ain't gonna find around this bitch here is a filter. So put the kids to bed before you get comfy and cozy. This is rated MA, mature audiences only. We keep it real, especially in a room full of phonies. From the mill to a meal, get in tune with my homies. The more I got some peoples from the field y'all should listen to. The more they provide that real that'll get you through. I got some peoples from the field y'all should listen to. And I'm so raw, just let a dick get an interview. I got some peoples from the field y'all should listen to. They provide that real that'll get you through. I got some peoples from the field y'all should listen to. And I'm so raw, just let a nigga get an interview.
Hey, we back at it.
Hey,
What it do?
I'm here.
You here?
Yeah,
Ready to get down?
yeah. I'm a little under the weather, but my boss don't let me take no days off.
Who your boss? I was
Does
your
more in the
lover
pod.
and your secretary.
All right.
Working every day
I'm
of
so
the
tired.
week.
I don't feel good.
Cry me hey, baby,
What?
you got me in trouble today.
What I did?
You know that clip that I posted about Meg Thee Stallion and when I was in shit top tier? Hey, them people was coming for me today.
Did I get you in trouble or did you get yourself in trouble? Because I just asked a question.
But what did I say wrong?
You didn't say anything wrong.
Yeah, I just said, and I didn't even like disrespect her. I said it is for me personally, I that wouldn't be what I would want, and I don't think she's a top tier woman, and like, I was very respectful. I said to each his own. I said some men like that, but some men, but me, I would personally not. But boy, they was coming for me in the comments, and so here's what I've learned in this lifestyle, right? You can't, because you know what I wanted to say. I wanted to get at them. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't say nothing. I just was like, yeah, it is what it is. I had one comment that you might like. They said, are you even a top tier man? And I said, I don't know if I am or not, but long as my wife thinks I'm a top tier man, that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Good answer.
Yeah. So but that ain't what we here for today.
Nah.
It's Thursday.
Yes, it is. So you act like you got some. You got your towel on there.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like business,
Professional?
business. Plus, I just got off work. They ain't get to change. But now, so again, we like to highlight businesses, and I think this is a special show because not only do we get a chance to highlight a business, but it's someone in the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that is pretty dope, and I'm excited about it. So without further ado, we will bring on to the stage Tiffany and Terrell.
How y'all doing?
We're good. We're good. How about y'all?
Wow. Man, we blessed.
Awesome. Well, introduce yourselves. We got Tiffany and Terrell on here. We just want to start with introducing yourselves, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Well, I'm Terrell Packard. This is my wife, Tiffany Packard, and we are the Pack Tribe.
The Pack Tribe.
Okay, I like it.
Now, not the not that tribe. What about a tribe called Quest?
No, we the ooh and a tribe called Quest. We just the tribe. The hand that's bound together stay together.
Yeah.
We just the Pack Tribe. That's it.
Okay. Do we need to have a church show too, or just a?
Well, you like Tiffany like to sing.
Man. So
we might get into some praise and worship tonight.
Yeah, we just might. We'll see. All right. So the reason we have them on the show tonight is because both of them are pretty good entrepreneurs, right? They out there hustling for themselves and getting that bread. I know we want to talk about Pappies. I know Tiffany has done a couple things as far as her daycare and things of that nature. So we're gonna get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? Is y'all ready to deal with me and Deanna tonight?
Man, I can't wait.
Y'all ready to deal?
Yeah, we'll get on to the fact we wasn't invited to the pool party. We'll talk about that later.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie. I know the gun is loaded, but I'm camera shy. So you dig what I'm saying? This is a new one for me.
Yeah, well, don't be shy. I mean, when I posted my Meg Thee Stallion clip this morning, it only had like a couple thousand views in like 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
A couple thousand views in like 10 minutes. So don't be worried about those people seeing.
Are you supposed to be making him feel better?
Oh, I mean, nobody looked at it.
My wife been trying to get me to get more active with social media, but I'm an old school West Coast cat, and I'm just not too social media influenced, even though I know that social media is running the world today. And so when it comes to getting in cameras and getting on pictures and interviews, and man, only time I was took pictures of was when they was taking photo shots of me at mug shots. So even though that was many years ago, I'm still traumatized behind all that. So this is a new lane for me, but I'm excited to get on this journey with you guys, man. I've been watching you guys, man, for a long time. And one thing I will say is that the proof is in the pudding. So I'm excited to be on this journey with y'all, man. I'm glad that my wife invited me with you guys to this podcast. This is my first interview, my first time on camera. So we're going to make the best out of it.
Well, let's make it do what it do.
You're doing good. We appreciate you stepping out of your comfort zone.
Believe me, I am.
Well, we ain't even done shit yet. So we'll see how y'all feel about it as we get into it. So you want to start off the question tonight, baby?
Yeah, I'll start off. So the main business right now is Pappy's House of Soul. Where the name come from?
Wow. Well, the name came from me and my wife sitting around trying to think of what to call a food service business that I wanted to create out of our home. And because we didn't have the money to get a brick and mortar or a food trailer, but we needed some money, and cooking is my passion. And so we were sitting around the house trying to figure out names. And my granddaughter calls me Pawpaw. And so Pappy stems from that.
Okay.
For me just being a Pappy.
I love it. Where y'all located? If people want to come find y'all, where they come find you?
We currently located in Clarksville, Tennessee, 3704 Cindy Joe Drive South.
Okay.
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Nice.
And we open 7 days a week from 11 to 7.
All right. And before the end of the show, we'll make sure that's posted in the comment. Kitty Boo says, hello, let's go. Hey, Kitty Boo,
Kitty
how
Boo.
you doing? Yeah. So Pappy, so when did you know, hey, this is my passion, this is what I want to do, and I want to do it on a professional level and open up a business? When did you first get that idea?
15. When I was 15 years old.
So you knew at an early age that this was your passion.
Yeah.
Where did you learn to cook? Was it your parents, your father, your mother? Where did that passion come from?
Well, I I had a real I had a real messed up background. My grandmother raised 8 kids, me, my 2 sisters, and my 5 cousins. And I was the baby boy of my mother's children. And my grandmother made me sit in the kitchen with her from 6, 7 years old up until I left her house. She made me sit in the kitchen with her while she cooked. And basically told me that I wasn't going to always have a woman in my life. So she was teaching me how to be domestic. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it with a passion. However, I love to eat.
Me too.
And so at an early age, 6, 7 years old, sitting by the stove on a stool, helping my grandmother mix batters and cut onions and stuff and prepare stuff. And then eventually 8, 9 years old, having to go in the kitchen myself and fry bologna sandwiches and bacon and eggs and burn them. And my grandmother was the type of woman that we were poor. So, you know, if you fix something to eat and you messed it up, you had to eat it.
Damn right.
But I ate enough bad stuff to where I got good at making what I wanted to eat.
Okay.
And then from that, you know, I began to start living life on my own from 14, got into a lot of trouble, and I took culinary arts in prison. And from that stemmed all the accolades that I've received and all the experience that I've received professionally in the cooking industry.
Nice.
From me going to culinary arts school in the penitentiary.
So that you know, that's good to hear, because when you think about people going into the penitentiary, right? You think about everybody always worries about what happens in the penitentiary, right? But what they forget about is these people come home,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they have to find their way in life when they come home, right? And being able to be in there and get a skill that you're passionate about, and then come home, like that's the true definition of taking a negative and turning it into a positive.
Yeah. Yeah. Continue to grow on the inside. That's
Well, you know, it's only by the grace of God. You know, one thing that I can say to you is prison is hell, but it's what you do in that hell that counts. It's what you do in that hell. I didn't learn the first 2 times. I went to prison 3 times, back to back. But they say 3 strikes you out, or 3 times a charm. The 3rd time was a charm.
Yeah.
You know, and I gathered a lot of skills as far as parenting, as far as anger management, as far as culinary arts. I gained a lot of skills and
you got a barber's license?
Yeah, barber's license, all that in the penitentiary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I got out of prison the 3rd time in 2006, my life has not been the same. I've never seen a jail since then.
That's amazing.
Beautiful. Yeah. I think behind a man is a successful woman, right? A strong woman. And Tiffany, when I think about how you go hard for your husband, but caveat, she was running a business of her own. And I remember having conversations about it with her and the passion that she has. And so when you have 2 entrepreneurs in the family, like that could get scary.
Yeah.
Like so Tiffany, talk to me about number one, your passion and your entrepreneurship stuff that you were doing, and two, like how did y'all make this work? Like this is good and inspirational. We'd like to hear it.
Well, it started in the beginning because he cooked in Applebee's and I was a server. That's not how we met, but he was already working at Applebee's and I was already serving somewhere else. And what happened was we ended up working in Applebee's, but it didn't last long. So that didn't work.
Yeah, no, you can't breathe over that. We give us the tea.
Yeah, so that didn't work because you got to understand, as a server, I make money on how my food is prepared. So I had a tendency to take myself out of server mode and go into because we weren't married at the time. We were just dating. So at this point, it's like, now you're messing with my money. And then I had to take myself out of that at one point and see it from his side. But then we had to stop working together, period. So it made our home life a little bit easier because instead of talking about work at work and work at home, it's like we were able to just talk about, it was just different conversations at that point.
Yeah.
So once we stopped working together, that was fine. And then some other stuff happened to where we were totally separated altogether. He lived somewhere else and then I did too. So that's a whole nother situation. But
that's for Monday show.
Yeah.
Jerry.
So let's get to the topic, back to it. So similar to him though, I knew I wanted to own daycares when I was 14. Because I worked at a daycare, a lady who rented out her home, and she lived right next door to the apartment complex me and my mother stayed in. So I would work with her during the summer. And so she had a full setup in her basement. It was like her backyard was full. And I just fell in love with that. I'm like, wow, she was able to work, wash clothes, keep the kids, cook, manage. I just thought it was awesome at 14. So I didn't do it immediately as far as the business because back then they weren't making much at all. $10 an hour maybe to work in like daycare. So I decided when I went to school, I want to own a franchise of them because that's more lucrative, basically. Yeah. So, but it didn't happen until he got diagnosed with kidney failure. And so then it's like every door was saying, you need to be at home. You need to be at home. I kept getting fired. I was looking for jobs. Nothing was happening. So then I started the daycare in the home, and it's just been nonstop ever since.
Beautiful.
That's amazing.
That is a good story. And again, taking a not so favorable situation and really turning it into a positive. So it shows that both of y'all have endured and persevered through a couple things. So, I say all that to say, I don't want to hear these sad ass stories out there and people they excuses, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not saying everybody's situation is an excuse, but I'm just saying if you got the will, you got the drive, and you really want to do it, get your ass up and do it.
Yeah, consistency. And then it's good to be with like-minded people. Don't be afraid to network and make those connections. It's just very important to always get the resources that you need and don't be afraid like him. He's like, I'm not going to get on camera. Look, I don't know what this is, what I got to do. He's like, what is going on? And I'm like, listen, babe, we're business owners. So you're going to have to start doing things like this, interviews. You're going to have to talk to them people at the bank. You're going to have to learn how to, So yeah, that's what we're working on.
I'm getting better at it.
Yes, very much so.
I'm getting better at it. I'm still traumatized, but I'm getting I'm getting better at it. I just love to make people smile when they eat my food. That's it, man. You know what I mean? I'm not in it for the money, even though now I am. But my whole thing is comfort. If you can take a bite of food and say to yourself, this is good. To me, that's everything. Yeah. That's more than $1 million to me.
Okay.
You know, and
Okay,
so
now.
But baby, I ain't never been in your food, and and I ain't saying your food nasty.
I know it ain't nasty.
But I
Right,
ain't
don't
never
run up
been
on her.
in anyway.
Right.
But that shit was worth $1
You got
million.
extra fluffy for a while there.
It did. You
Could've
can't
been
blame that on
nasty.
McDonald's, right?
You took my little wheel out. I had this wheel I was running on in the house, and you
that
took it
what
out the
happened.
house.
Okay.
and you know, if you don't mind me saying, Marcus and Deanna, you know, one thing that you just said that really is important is that basically, if you're a hustler, you're a hustler. I don't care what your occupation is.
Mm-hmm.
If you a go-getter, you a go-getter.
Yeah.
It don't matter what the circumstance or the situation is. It don't, you know what I'm saying? I worked a job every day from 2006 to 2017, 18. I worked every day a job.
Mm-hmm.
No.
When I couldn't go to work and get a paycheck from a job, I had to create my own lane. And that's with anybody in any circumstance, you know, and I just encourage all your viewers, all your listeners, I don't care what circumstance hits you. I don't care what day is rainy and what day is sunshine. When you got to get up and get it, it ain't gonna come to you unless you get up and get it.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I'm gonna talk about your business a little bit more because we do like to eat. So tell the folks, what they can find on the menu at Pappy's.
Pappy's House of Soul is we have a variety of different dishes that we prepare and they rotate.
Okay.
For instance, one weekend it might be crawfish etouffee and gumbo.
That's
and
some type stuff.
then another weekend it might be roast beef open face sandwiches, and you understand what I'm saying? It all depends on where my pocket is at and what the people are requesting.
I seen some fried fish on there one time.
Every day, we fry fish every day, fried catfish and whiting every day.
But this man, let me just toot his horn because he don't like to all the time. But you can ask this man to cook anything. You could literally call at 3:00 in the afternoon and say, I got a taste for chicken and dumplings. They'll be ready by 7.
Okay.
Fresh.
What's your favorite?
We don't do biscuits. This is
okay.
Love put into his dumplings, and I'm talking about they melt in your mouth, buttery goodness. I mean, every day
he makes all of that.
And I'm not just saying that because he's my husband. I'm telling you, I literally have to smack because I can taste every flavor, and they be like, "Mama, no, I'm."
Let's see if she still say the same thing. Terrell, cover your eyes and ears real fast, and then you gotta say it again, Tiffany. All right, now are you not saying it because of your husband, or is you really
Bussin.com.org.edu? Okay.
All right, you good, Terrell.
What's the dish that make you say every time you eat it, you be like, "Oh man, I love this man." What's the dish that do it for you?
That chicken and dumplings, because I grew up on, I don't know, people don't know our great auntie, but she's 98. I don't know, but our Aunt Boosie used to make me chicken and dumplings when I was a little girl. I'm talking about little girl. So at 8 years old, chicken and dumplings has always been my absolute favorite meal over everything in the whole wide world.
Okay.
So when he made them for me for the first time, I knew then, you know what? I think I might keep him for a little while longer. And we've been married 14 years.
When I say a motherfucker don't be hitting the table like that if it ain't.
Yeah, I promise you, on everything I love, I'm not over exaggerating. I can't. I close my eyes and just really fall back in love with him. And he just recently started, cooking professionally and getting back in the groove because, like I said, this is his passion. And being the provider and protector when going through his medical situation, it's like when he got back to cooking, it's like I don't come in the kitchen no more. I don't even think about what's for dinner. I don't even go shopping no more. I don't even watch. I don't know what. I just walk in here and get my plate.
That's the real. You gonna get me in damn trouble now. You
well,
you gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, since he started cooking, I literally have gained 17 pounds. I'm not playing.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, cuz. I know that's happy weight. Ain't nothing wrong with a little happy weight.
No, I need the happy weight. I was trying to gain anyway.
So Terrell, after you done made her mad, just get in the kitchen and make some dumplings.
Get
in there. Just get in there.
I've been doing that for years.
It don't matter. It could be a fried pork chop. It could be turnip greens that he just done seasoned to the gods. It could be some fried chicken. He just fried chicken, just some chicken wings. The other night they came out so crispy and I seasoned. I don't know what he do. I don't know. Listen. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Hey, I tell you what, Tiffany can be a hell of a hype man.
Yeah,
because
Tiffany,
you got me licking my damn
social media. You can go do
his
social
media. I'm about to put him on YouTube.
It's funny that you say that because she is my biggest supporter, but she ain't telling you no lie though. and just to I like she said, I don't like to toot my own horn. I cook because that's my love language.
Okay.
And everything I prepare from scratch. I don't. There's nothing boxed. There's nothing bagged. There's nothing. I cook everything from scratch. It don't matter what it is. If it's cornbread, if it's dumplings, if it's whatever it is, I cook it from scratch.
I got a question.
I tasted the cornbread homemade first time. Lord Jesus.
Oh, is it sweet cornbread or like water bread?
It was real cornbread, cast iron skillet, great grandmama cornbread.
Okay.
Like what? See, this is what I say about him. Y'all gotta understand. He was raised by a Mississippi grandmother, but born and raised in South Central LA. So he got like a little bit of, it's just all, because California a melting pot. So he know how to cook jerk chicken. He know how to cook freaking New Orleans gumbo. He know how to cook turnip greens and macaroni and cheese. It's like, so he's not a one-trick pony. He really knows how to cook everything.
So is you cake? I don't know what, cuz.
Crazy. Yes, absolutely. One lady called, just hit us up on Facebook Marketplace and was like, "Hey, can I get a slab of ribs this weekend?" He had them things on the grill at 6:00 a.m. and she was picking them up by, I don't know what was about noon 30. Look, noon 30. Yeah, it was about, I don't know, but and they was juicy. Just as okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So speaking of that, and again, this is the reason why we do these things. In the comments, dough dumplings, shipping. Do you do those? Like, would you ship some dumplings somewhere?
Wow.
You mean,
how would you store them and ship them though?
You mean they're asking me, will I ship raw dumplings or will I cook dumplings and ship them?
I think they can clarify in the comments, but I think maybe you make the dumpling up and then they'll
do the rest.
That's easy to do.
But how would you package it and send it?
You would have to freeze dry it.
Yep. Yeah, look, they got everything on YouTube. You can Google everything.
You got to freeze dry. You just make the batter, make the dumpling batter, cut the dumplings out, freeze dry.
Yep.
Package it up and send it.
Package them up and send it.
You finna expand your business.
Like and so going back to what we were talking about.
I'm trying to help them, honey.
Yeah, going back. That's why social media is so powerful.
Yeah.
No, she said she want us cooked.
Yeah.
Oh.
In North Carolina. So I mean, we'll be going in a couple of weeks. So
yeah, we
can take a plate up.
We might take a plate up the road and.
So you gotta have that in your overnight. I mean, not overnight bag, but on the carry it on the plane or put it in the.
We drive.
Y'all driving. So yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, just take that and heat it up when you get there.
I ain't gonna we ain't finna be smelling dumplings for 16 hours.
And y'all have to eat some first. Yeah, eat some first.
And that's gonna be her transportation fee.
Yeah.
But let us know. No, we can get it to him now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna.
We'll find it.
I have learned. Now I don't turn nothing down but my collar. You notice I ain't got no collar on this shirt. So, you know, we'll get it to him. You place an order, we'll get it to you.
That's how we do
Okay.
it.
That's a real. What the crew look like? Who helps you while you're in the business? Besides, okay,
that's it. My wife and my kids. I got.
It's a true family business.
That's it. I got a 13-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter that can get in the kitchen and cook damn near good as me.
Okay,
because he tries just like his grandmama did him. That's how
I do them.
Yeah. In the morning, you know, because in no school. So if I sleep in, if we sleep, and Taraya be at the table with her scrambled eggs and toast, she like,
wait, no, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yes, she said, "Oh, mommy, I already ate breakfast." Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, already did. She's 10, so yeah. And then Trey knows how to brag about his brown sugar. What is the brown sugar glazed ribs? He know how to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. He. So he started them early. I'm about to put Trey on payroll, like literally, because he's about to be 14. So
Thanksgiving. What's gonna be? Who bringing the dish for Thanksgiving?
Oh man, I know.
I'm gonna just
like Martha. He like to bring exotic stuff. He ain't gonna be normal.
No.
No.
See, that's the Tony Hargrove.
He wanted a fried turkey last year, but it didn't work out.
I ain't go. I'm a traditional guy now. I mean, I might have a wide range or a plethora of things I can prepare, but I'm a traditional guy though.
He said he lying because he just said, "Baby, I'm finna put this smoked sausage in something else." So turkey, what he say? I'm finna put these turkey necks and this smoked sausage in the turnip greens. So that's dirty greens. Oh shoot! Now, see what I'm saying?
That's
the traditional.
See, I think
traditional.
Well, see.
Yeah, I dance every time I eat his food. I ain't gonna lie, I be at the table like it.
No, see, what the mark of to me, and this is just, you know, one of my inspirations in cooking that I was trained under, taught me that the mark of a great chef is one who can take anything out of the icebox and make a meal.
Okay.
That's the mark of a great chef, because you don't have nothing to waste. So the thing is, I bought these smoked sausages and they're really good. They're delicious. I ain't never tasted them before, but I bought these smoked sausages the other day and I got about 8 of them left, and they're real big, thick ones. So I said, okay. Well, I made some gumbo greens for my wife and kids, and they loved them. But
shrimp and
and the greens.
The greens.
You guys have never had gumbo greens?
I done seen some video on them, but I haven't had them myself.
Girl, do that
okay. Well, I made some gumbo greens for them, and they tore the pot out the frame.
Okay.
So I bought some greens the other day, and I said, I'm gonna make because my wife loved greens. I said, I'm gonna make her some greens. So I was thinking today, I said, well, I'm gonna put them smoked sausage in the greens. And when I said that, she turned her face up, and I said, I forget. I just gotta cook for you. I can't just tell you.
No, I'm gonna eat them.
Yeah. So that's how that came about, man. My mind be going.
Never gotta make something look Victor.
My mind be going, and I be seeing stuff. And then my family, I have a thing with eating leftovers because I grew up eating leftovers.
Okay.
My wife and kids love leftovers.
We don't love them, but ain't nobody finna make a hot meal every single night at 6 o'clock. I want my food ready at 6. No, nobody's doing that every single 7 days a week. Who does that?
Me.
Right.
And he sure does, because I'm not.
So what I do is I go through the refrigerator and I see, oh, okay, we got this left, and then I put something together.
Yeah.
And it'd be something totally different, you know, and that's all it be. Just trying to minimize waste.
That's the business aspect.
Yeah. We got a couple questions in the comments.
Yeah, we do. What's one seasoning that you cannot be without when you're cooking?
Ooh,
Seasoning. Oh man.
man, that's a loaded question there.
Cause he got a few little tricks of stuff that
yeah,
I ain't never heard
man.
of. Zata, what's that other?
Zydeco Joe's.
I ain't never heard of that before in my life.
One season that I can't go without.
Yeah,
when I'm cooking.
That's cooking like just.
I can go without any season.
Can't go without nothing. Like
I can go without any season. I can create any flavor.
Oh snap! See,
okay.
I see. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
You
So
said-
I mean, it ain't like, man, I gotta have seasoning salt. No, I ain't gotta have seasoning salt. I gotta have paprika. No, I ain't gotta have paprika. You know what I'm saying? I can create any flavor that I want. You know, it's all according to your palate.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And what you have, you have to learn how to use what you have and make what you have taste good.
What's your favorite? Is there a favorite seasoning or a favorite ingredient you like working with?
Favorite seasoning or ingredient?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Sazon.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Sazon. Sazon, they have different flavors of Sazon, different textures of food. Yep. I like Sazon. Sazon is fire.
I was going to ask you, you're talking about the orange packet. Then you said they got different ones, so now I got to
the orange packet. I can show you about 3 of them over there right now. The orange packet, the bottle with the black top, the bottle with the green top. It's a few different flavors of Sazon. Sazon is just they're just awesome. I like that Sazon. I also like that slap your mama.
Yeah.
We like that too.
Yeah, I like that slap your mama too.
Just don't be slapping nobody's mama, but just use the seasoning. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta remember who mine is, so he definitely ain't slapping her.
But ingredients though, I love cooking with vegetables. I love, and I'm trying to get my wife more. My wife,
I'm not eating no squash.
I love
that shit either.
I'm not eating okra either.
Listen,
your mama is Martha Hargrove. You ain't eating no squash.
She don't eat okra. She loves squash.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I know she done bought a squash casserole today.
I just asked my wife, would she eat it if I made a squash casserole?
That's just baby food.
And it's not.
It's squishy.
No, you don't. Look, see, anyway,
it's a texture thing for me. I'm sorry.
I love cooking with vegetables. I love onions, peppers. I love celery, cucumbers. I love vegetables. I love cooking with vegetables. So when you say ingredients, there you go.
Got it.
Anytime you use fresh vegetables and whatever you preparing, the flavor of what you preparing goes to a different level.
Yeah, turns it up a notch.
Okay. What do you find the most challenging about having a business in the food industry?
The most challenging for me is consistency.
Okay.
And I say consistency not with me preparing the food, but consistency with people shopping.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you have especially when you don't have a food trailer, you don't have a brick and mortar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are, and I don't blame them. People are skeptical about, coming to buy some food from somebody's house. And so being the fact that Pappy's House of Soul started from our home and that's currently where we're residing, our business, every day is not a fulfilled financial day.
Yeah.
And that's the most challenging because you got to spend money on the food.
Yeah.
Then you got to prepare it. And then if you're not selling it, then what are you doing with it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My kids and wife can only eat so much.
Your cousins
Yeah, so that's the most challenging for me. But I'm gonna continue cooking as long as God give me the breath to do it and the energy to do it. I'm gonna continue cooking. I'm gonna continue having these doors open until we get the money to move into a brick and mortar or get a food truck. And then I'm gonna train up some cooks and chefs to take over the menu and do it the way I need it to be done. And we're gonna keep on flowing.
That's a good plan. I think combining your skills in the kitchen and your wife's skills in social media, that's gonna help spread the word on y'all business, especially if y'all can get some word out on what you're cooking for the day or for the week.
We post menus.
We need to start sharing it. I need to see more because Clarksville ain't huge, but it's big enough where people go. It's not a lot of soul food places to eat in Clarksville.
But a lot of people are branching out and doing what we do because it's a one lady, she does it at her home. Because I keep up because Clarksville has like a chat group, Facebook. They got a few of them. They got a Black Clarksville chat, and then they got the regular Clarksville chat. So we try to post on there. I share it like this, even this right here. I think I shared it 2-3 times.
You did.
With the people of the community because we want them to know that first of all, we clean, we are real people, and we just try to make a living, because support, because the goal is bigger. We don't want to be in this house forever. That's for sure. There's definitely a bigger goal. Yeah.
This is just
somewhere. Every successful starts somewhere.
Yeah.
We
do private catering too.
Garage, didn't it?
Apple.
Yeah.
Apple started in the garage. And now you look at Apple and see where it's at.
Wow.
It's all about having a business plan, and y'all already have a plan.
And y'all got the product.
I think
we have the plan and the product. All we need is the capital.
So I'll say this, and this is where Tiffany is just super smart. Don't use y'all money, use other people's money.
I've been trying.
There's grants. There's
my God! Will somebody tell this man this, please, Lord?
You got the.
Terrell, like, oh Lord, you done proved my wife right. Don't.
No, Marcus, I appreciate that, right? Because I understand what she's saying, but this is what she don't understand. I can't wait for other people money.
He do gotta wait.
I can't wait for other people money
because gonna be big.
I understand that they money gonna be big, but while I'm waiting on other people money, I'm not making no money.
See, and this is the difference for all my people out there who actually want to work with their husband or their spouse, because when one person has a different point of view and than the other, then it's always clash. It's always a battle. It's always a it's just this all the time. When I don't know if there's a such thing as getting a marriage business counselor.
So you just took one of my questions, because that was one of the questions I was going to ask, is like working in the business together. What's the hardest part?
That right there.
You just answered it. So when y'all do have that, what's the tiebreaker?
Because y'all still
there's no
numbers. He only understands numbers. Numbers. So I have to break it down to him. If I say, okay, look, Navy Federal gonna give us $40,000, $50,000, right?
Yep.
He gonna say, ooh, we can get a food truck for $40,000. What in the world? Yeah, because I gotta have this and this and this and this. Oh my God. I said, look, babe, here go a nice food truck with everything you need for $25,000. That way we're not pedaling backwards, starting from zero and praying that we build it back up. No, you start with a good amount of capital. That way, if it don't work out, then we go back to the drawing board and find something else out. But we'll have money to build on, and not just sitting here like, oh Lord, what we gonna do? We don't got enough to buy napkins.
Now that's understandable. That's understandable, and I respect that. But we talking about timeout. Let's take this back. See, I'm glad we on the Moore's part. We keep it 100. No, look, let's go back.
The right podcast.
We talking about waiting on grant money or waiting on loan money, opposed to spending the money that I have to get what I need to get. Now, that's what we talking about, right? Ain't that what we said? Okay, so now, my statement is this right here, and this is my belief. I have a wife and 2 kids to take care of. I have no job. In order for me to pay my bills and take care of my wife and my 2 kids, I have to make some money. I can't wait for no money to come.
Yeah.
I got to take what I got to make some money.
And see how he just missed all that? All I said is if we get a check, don't spend it all.
Yeah.
No, I ain't.
See, that ain't had nothing to do with what I just said.
Jerry.
We got
Jerry.
you missed the first part of the statement.
Okay.
The first part of the statement is when Marcus said, "Don't spend your money." There's grant money and
Other
everything,
people money.
and you said that's what I've been trying to tell him, and I said no, I understand what Marcus is saying.
Oh, you said, but in the
understand
meantime,
what you saying.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I have to spend,
right?
Because it takes money to make money,
right?
Yeah.
And actually,
what
when
I'm saying?
together, when you your proposal, you already have something that you can show people that this ain't. It's not like you don't have proven results. You already have proven results. You just need extra seed money to help it go farther and faster.
That's it.
So this is the next venture though, because now him and I and one other person have what we call an investment group.
Okay.
So what that has done is allowed us to get better funding under a corporation, because the corporation says, hey, let's incorporate this. Okay, the LLC is just limited. I don't want to be limited. I want them to see that we're credible, you know what I'm saying? And so that we can branch off of now that we have the corporation, we can build partner companies under that so that it all leads back up to the corporation. So the daycare, Pappy's, our partner has a barbershop for 15 years. So that's what we're trying to do first. So once we get that check from the corporation, then we can fund everything else.
And I'm gonna say this, and I know Terrell, this isn't your biggest thing, but get real comfortable with being uncomfortable. But social media, listen, it is free advertisement.
It is
that you will not get. Like for example, you can go outside and you might see 2 or 3 people. You can post a video on social media and 20,000 people see it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that is, there's so many people on social media right now that prepares their food and they're showing the preparation of their food, getting hundreds and thousands of views, making money doing that.
They sure are.
I look at that dude, Bernard, the young man that does the cooking in North Carolina. One that
he cooking his backyard.
He cooking his backyard. Started on.
Is that the baptism chicken?
Yes, him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
you know what? Film him one day too. Film him in the kitchen.
I got videos already on my phone.
She got videos. She got the tripod. But see, what happens is she be trying to because she know that when it comes to the camera, I shut down, and so she be trying to sneak and film me. And then she be asking me weird questions when I'm cooking, if she can record my answers, right? and I catch on for a minute. Why is you asking me these stupid ass questions, right?
But I'm behind him with the camera the whole time.
Yeah, and I just got to get out of that because, like you said, man, I personally myself, Marcus, Deanna, I personally myself watch a lot of people on YouTube cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And I be critiquing and dissecting and learning, and I be saying to myself, oh my Lord, man, they got 100,000 views. I know they getting a check. I should be getting a check.
Yeah.
And you cooking every day? That's content every day.
I got the footage
every day.
From the grill to the season game to how he seasoned the ribs and rub them. I got all kinds of videos.
Yeah.
So let me tell you right now on Facebook what they got. I got this program that I use that generates clips like through AI. Right now that my Facebook page is monetized, I'm getting bonuses where they're telling me like post 8 clips and one clip just has to get 50 views. and it's a
What?
$50 bonus. So I'm getting like $50 bonuses after every 8 to 10 clips that I post. That
See,
you
that's
know what
what-
I'm saying? So and that's just easy money, and that's
so now you see why you see Talisha every 15 seconds.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
She been
Yeah.
getting paid. We looking at her like, damn, Talisha again. Damn, Talisha again. Yeah. Now you see why.
Yeah, we plan on getting Talisha on the show, but we've talked a lot about this food.
Yeah.
But we have Tiffany, and we need to talk about the daycare because listen,
Yeah, we got 7 minutes left.
let me tell you, when somebody's watching somebody badass kid, every time I think about that, I think about Tiffany. I think about Bernie Mac. What he said. We don't need no cameras. When you ask me why your kid got a lump on his head, I'm gonna tell you I knocked the fuck out of him. I'm gonna jump it on my goddamn couch. You know what I'm saying?
So then, Tiffany, I asked her already. So I'm gonna ask you too. What's the most challenging thing about watching kids?
The parents.
The parents.
That's it. Honestly and truly, it's the parents. The parents not working with me. The parents not working with their own child at home. The parents not disciplining at home. So they bring their bad, disrespectful, hollering, won't eat, won't sleep to me.
Yeah.
And so them or the children in how they act, that don't bother me. It's the fact that when I give them coping skills, I give them things that they should try at home. I give them things that they should start doing with their child at home. Even when I work with children that have disabilities, learning disabilities, social delays, I let them know that. And if I tell you, if I'm with your child 8 to 10 hours a day, and I say your child, I've had your child 1.5 years and she has not said one single solitary word. If I come to you and tell you that, then you don't work with me to have your child's developmental milestones met, or at least get some assistance if they haven't talked. Maybe they can't hear. Have you got their ears checked? Have you looked into sign language? It's like that's the most difficult part. If I try to work with a parent on sleep schedules, to put them on, trying to get them off a pacifier or a bottle, they'll be 3 years old and still got a pacifier, and I'm like, why? So that's really the biggest challenge is the parents. The kids don't bother me at all because my first couple of years I was doing that, trying to say, okay, well, if you lay them down at this time and this time and this time, then you'll be able to, just trying to work with them on a sleep pattern, sleep schedule, and then they just don't listen. So then I have to. Then they're fine in my house because we do a schedule around here.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on at home, but they cool over here. I don't have no problem with them. They go to sleep and lay down like everybody else because I stuff them with good homemade. What's the what I used to make all the time? French toast. I got the egg and the cinnamon, baby. Yeah, we eat good.
Yeah,
So
you over there, y'all eat good. What age group do you take?
Oh, the youngest I had, well, my grandbaby don't count because I had her at 3 weeks, but the youngest I had was 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. And then the oldest I've had, because I also had aftercare. So the kids would come for about an hour or two before and after school. So I think my godson he was 8. Yeah, he was 8 when he was coming. So yeah. I've had, and I think I had a kid that I used to come every other weekend. She was 10. So it doesn't matter because now instead of me running in the home, now I travel. So if someone needs a traveling nanny, if someone needs an in-home babysitter, because honestly and truly, a lot of people here in Clarksville actually prefer you come to their home because they either work from home, they're Army wives, they only need you for a couple hours here and there or something like that, date night and stuff like that. So now I come to you because nice. Especially they say a family wants to go to Bahamas, but they want to have an adult night, but they got the kids. Take me with you. I'll watch them.
That's right.
Do what you want to. Okay. Yeah, but nobody wants to do that. That's $1,500. That's you're gonna have to pay my travel, my room and board, my food, and everything. So I haven't hit a ticket on that yet, but
we're gonna find you somebody.
But that's not. I can see that actually happening.
Yeah, you got
because,
the money. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah, because I because listen, we don't want to be bothered with them snotty nose fuckers when we on vacation. Like,
because it's always gonna be a time where it's gonna be family time with the kids, water park, amusement park, fishing, whatever. And then when the sun go down, about
Yeah, they've been on a long time.
Yeah, let me call Tiffany. Let me get the Tiffany. Can you come over? We're going out tonight.
Over.
Hey Tiffany, a quick question, because I know you talked about how the parents weren't working with the kids and things of that nature. Will it ever come to a point where you're like, listen, you're not working with the kids, they coming in, they shitting on themselves, like where you're not gonna take that kid anymore, or you're just like, no, I'm not gonna turn them down. It's my duty to work with them, because I would imagine like at some point you gotta limit or like make a business decision.
Right. No, I don't turn anyone down. So like I said, the first 2 years it was me working with the parents, trying to get the child meeting their needs and developmental milestones. Now, or about maybe like a year ago, because I come to your home, if you want to hold your child and breastfeed them till they 10 years old, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let you do that. I don't help no more because I've never been the type of person who understood or even respects a parent who does nothing with their child at home and then drop them off at school and expect the teacher or the caregiver or the child care provider to do everything, from discipline to pacifier, from sleep to everything. That's not how. So I'm not gonna stress myself out trying to work with your child if you're not. So I actually have replenished myself, released that part.
Yeah.
So if you want your child to have a pacifier till they're 5, here, where your pacifier at? I had one point started keeping backup pacifiers at my house because they used to drop them off without one when they've been at home with one all day and all week and all weekend. Oh, so you're gonna drop them off and expect them to cry in my house?
Yeah.
Oh no, baby, I had backup pacifiers.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna do it, I can too. I don't understand what's the problem.
Yeah.
And just to elaborate on what she say, she ain't turning down no child. And I'm more like Bernie Mac. I fucking got child up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's been a whole lot of children I've been wanting her, man, if you don't shut the door on their little ass, but she'll get into it with me before she turned down the child. And that, boy, that drives me crazy. Because
it goes back to child psychology. Just because the child is crying, you have to understand why that child is crying. Everybody don't go home to a hug. Everybody don't go to it's gonna be okay. Everybody don't, get that. So yes, I would have a child that would literally scream for 6 hours straight.
And then they walk straight. And then they come in your house. The parents don't teach them no manners. And I got kids walking past me like I'm a visitor. You know what I'm saying?
At your own house.
Yeah, in my own house. You know what I mean? And so no, she's a great child care provider, man.
That leads me to one of the questions we had in the comments. Are kids more difficult now compared to 10 years ago?
Hell.
Well, I think we know the answer, but we'll wait for the response.
I can't. 10 years ago. Well, when I got out of college, I didn't want to be because I changed my major, and I didn't want to be a teacher because back then they was beating up teachers, like putting their hands on them, something serious. So I said, no, that ain't probably what I want to do because then I go to jail. So that's why I ended up changing my major to childcare. But now, I think they just as equally worse. It's not. It's just it has changed worseness. I know that ain't a word, but what I'm saying is back then it was we had a little bit of our grandmama in them. Where we were still saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, at least. You know what I'm saying? We had a little. Now it's none of that.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to make a TikTok. You're not my mama. Who you think you talking to? Roll your neck.
Bad back then. That ain't badder.
Yeah, that's what it's a different bad. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just a different bad.
Yeah,
so make you want to choke them out kind of bad.
That's a good perspective because I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say I'm with Terrell on this one. Them kids today is awful compared to how they was back then. Because we had to worry about like a lot of kids stuff back then, and there was some badness. But now the disrespect has gone to a whole new level, and maybe maybe it was always like that, but I guess it's just easier to see it now because of social media, because everything is posted on social media, and now you're seeing it more where you didn't get to see it like that back in the day because
you know
it
what else
wasn't on
though?
social media.
But you know what else it is that the generation of kids that are here now were raised by the generation that don't really do nothing. It's a free spirit. I'm not gonna I don't want to upset them. I want to be their friend. Let's kick it, drink with them. You know, it's a different kind of. They were young, so it's just so now the kids are just loose. They just learning how through social media.
You gotta understand something. You gotta understand the dynamic of the world today.
Right.
You know, first of all, you talking about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it's 2026. So 10 years ago, what 2000? Yeah, 2016, something like that.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, that's
okay.
10 minus 26. 16 is really easy.
So back then, you had grandmothers that were kids.
Yeah,
that's true.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so when you have grandmothers that are kids, then how you think the kids gonna be?
Yep.
And then they have kids, so they
that's
even
what
worse.
the comment Langston said. Well, the parents are younger, and the parents get offended by yes, ma'am.
They do. That's weird.
I just turned 36.
You see what I'm saying?
True, that's true.
I was raised by my grandmama, but she was an old lady when I was a baby.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So when I was a baby all the way up to the time she put me out at 14, she was still an old lady. Man. So you know it's
my whole life.
Yeah,
it's a difference.
All my life I had to fight.
The rearing of a child is different,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
That's
the rear end of a child different too.
Yeah,
They ain't got no slashes on them like ours did.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The rearing of a child.
Man,
kids,
yeah, exactly.
Some kids were raised and some kids were brought up.
Oh,
you dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you've been raised, you got that switch.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get brought up, you all you getting is drug along.
Facts.
Want you to figure it out. Yeah.
Hey, who had to go pick their own switch?
Me.
And then I had to pick my own switch, so I tried to be smart. I went and got the little thinnest branch I can. I'm taking all the thorns and stuff off. Man, I took your ass. My mama looked at that switch and was like, "Nah, go get me something better."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid. Everybody did that.
I never got hit with a switch.
You never got hit with a switch?
No. Me neither. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Both of y'all, man, need y'all.
We got the switch with everything else but a switch. The pair of pants, a shoe, the ironing board.
I'm surprised. Diana, your grandmama, she is from the old school.
Yeah, she is. But Grant spoiled us. My mom. I mean. We got discipline, but not like that. We got reason.
They were good kids too. They were really good kids. They never got it. They had good grades.
What happened to them then?
we met the wrong men.
They ran into a nigga like you.
Hey, that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. But I want to switch it to something serious though. Yes, I can be serious.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Kids, like, so as you're watching these different kids, let's say one is brought to you and you know they've been physically abused or mentally abused or abused in any kind of way. Like, how does that weigh on your spirit, and how do you like get through those things, and do you sound alarm? Like, how do you do it? Because I would imagine with all the kids coming in and out, you're going to experience that.
Well, with the daycare, I actually never got that far to know of any physical abuse because I never saw it as far as on them, because I examined the kids almost damn near before they even get in the door, because I don't want them to try to blame nothing on me. So I'll look and be like, "Oh, baby, what happened to your head?" I want you to know I see what you see. So don't try to get your child talking about I did it. But anyways, so I never really, saw that. But mental, I would say maybe a little bit, because some would come unbathed, some come with their hair not like matted together. Some would come, you could tell they were malnutrition. Some you could like that type of thing, but nothing necessarily physical. Like I've witnessed neglect. That's really the only type of abuse that I was able to notice with my own eyes was neglect. But I also feel like that if your child, if I tell you that your child does have a learning disability or a delay and you don't do anything about it, I feel like that's neglect as well, because you're setting your child up for failure when I'm trying to help you, at least give them a head start and get them the help they need. And that, but I've dealt with every type of I guess disability, or because I've had autistic kids, I've had Down syndrome kids. That's probably nonverbal kids. And you gotta understand too that most of the kids that I kept were no older when I first started, were no older than like 3. So at that point, that was the most influential time where we could go over, or I could notice things. So I never really dealt with, but I will say that now I work for a private school, and I did deal with that in the school where a young lady lip was busted, and she came to talk to me about it, and I had to tell her teacher and the principal, and CPS did get called, and there was an investigation opened up on that family. So
that was actually a question in the chat was if you ever had reported.
Yeah. I had now, because I was in my home, and I guess I wasn't able to, because those children were so young and they weren't able to tell me, like my mama called me stupid, or, well, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't able to actually pick up on certain cues with those kids because they were so young. But physical abuse, I've never seen that, never seen a scar, never seen a bump, never seen a consistent, evidence of physical abuse, but just neglect. And I didn't do nothing but give them the extra love and attention. I was like, girl, you cute, or, just trying to, whatever was going on. I just always made my kids feel like they were everything. I don't care if they blew their nose by themselves, honey. We dancing. I'm congratulating them. I always was an encourager. That's just what I think everybody needed, because I was a fat kid. So I got teased and bullied, cried when I came home. So my mom was always that it's going to be all right, and you're beautiful, and no matter what, so I always want to be that person for other kids.
Oh, okay. Comment in the chat. My daughter is majoring in education. Any advice for her?
Education. Well, that education can go, there's a wide range of education. You can go from being a teacher, you can work with children with special needs. You could actually become an educator of educators. So there's different avenues she can go in. So it all depends on where her passion is. Like mine, she can own daycares, or she can work in one. But once again, that's really all I could really do. Just go for whatever you secondary. What, like secondary, would that be like middle school or elementary?
Yeah, we'll get some
secondary education.
But so this question is to both of you as we begin to wrap it up. What is your goal in all of this? How do you plan on scaling, or is this more of a passion where we're good where we're at? Because here's the thing, everything isn't meant to be scaled to the greatest heights. Some people do things just because it's a passion and they love it.
Right.
Other people do things for, they want to scale it and make money. And like I heard Terrell talk about earlier, how he wants to teach other people to cook, and the menu and things of that nature. And I think that's more of a passion. Now we can scale it at the same time.
They can have multiple locations doing the same.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was taking from his.
Yeah. So talk to me. What is the plans? Is it more passion? Or are y'all looking for scaling, or a little bit of both?
We definitely want to scale. His passion has always been a restaurant, but I don't really know which one he would prefer to do. Right now, we've talked about food truck first, or food trailer. That way we can move around. to multiple locations, different events, like just TSU homecoming, Juneteenth, things like that. We want to be able to move around with that. But you think eventually you want the restaurant, the brick and mortar?
Yeah. My goal, just to be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm in this for legacy.
Okay.
When I had to go on disability from Shurion, that was I've never been afraid at any point in my life. But when I suffered from kidney failure and I couldn't work anymore, I became fearful. I just had a daughter. She was a little baby girl. I had a little baby boy. My middle child was damn near grown, but still acting like a child. And so I wanted to create something and build something for my kids, to leave my kids so they can be financially stable and situated when I die.
Right. That's
my goal. Cooking is my passion. That's the gift God gave me.
Mm-hmm.
I've studied the craft. I've mastered some of the craft, but I'm a student of the craft. It's a gift. And I use that gift to spread love. But my goal is to create legacy for my children, for my wife and my kids.
That's nice.
And that's where my focus is at, because I've been through so much in the last 7 years, it will blow your mind how God has kept me here. I've flatlined. I've been dead 3 days. I've been on life support. I've been through 7, 8 surgeries in the last 5 years. So I got these 2 babies and this beautiful wife that's at my side that she been with me. And I'm just gonna keep it a buck. She did not just been with me through hell, she didn't gave me hell.
Most women do.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But she ain't left me.
Yeah.
And so my goal is not to leave her and not to leave these kids. And what I mean by not leave them is if I die, I need them to be okay. And I need to be the one to make that happen.
So we got a lot of irons in the pot right now. So because we want to build generational wealth. So it's not just the restaurant or the daycare, it's land, it's vending machines, it's property management, dump trucks, luxury car rental. Like we just kind of want to just so that once we have that in our trust that our kids can, once we die, they can sell it, take it over, but they'll have a fat amount of money to be able to do whatever they want to with. So that is our goal.
But
generational wealth. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that was really inspirational. Right there. To kind of ended up and talk about legacies and have a plan. Just stay in each other's corner. You know, I know it ain't always easy. You talking about somebody that does a podcast with their wife.
Right.
You talking about somebody who acted in a movie that their wife wrote.
Yeah, and y'all are married entrepreneurs side by side too. So man, y'all can relate. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how it is? But here's the key. We've learned to separate that and personal, right? We're not gonna come on this podcast and lead this podcast fighting about whatever we said on the podcast. We're not gonna fight about. We got enough shit to fight about.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're not gonna, as we business ventures, we sometimes I don't agree with her, sometimes she don't agree with me. For example, she wanted to test these mics before. When I said, man, I was still at work and I was like, I ain't finna test the mic. Did you see the way she looked at me? The best stare. I'm like, man, let's test this shit so she'll leave me the hell alone.
See, I don't get that. I don't get that. Let me go on so she'll leave me alone. I get that. Listen, I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. Gonna do what I want to do. So then I had to
start out that way too.
Yeah, I asked
TFU that way.
Yeah,
it's a hard head make a soft ass. So
well, let me real quick. I'm sorry. Let me answer this question that's in chat. She asked, "What advice do I have of high school math?" A lot of prayer, because we did just establish that these kids nowadays, all of them don't go home to a "I love you." They don't all go home to a hug. So the only advice that I can give you is a lot of prayer, because you're gonna get a lot of mouth. You're gonna get a lot of threats. These kids carry guns and knives and razor blades and some more stuff now. So I'm just not into dealing with the kids that have a lot to say. I like under 3. I'm just saying. That's their advice. Can
I say interject on that, please? That comment. Mm-hmm. I'm not a child care provider, but I was a troubled child.
Okay. Speak on that.
So for this young lady or whoever asked the question about kids
it's a dad asking about his daughter.
Huh?
It's a dad asking about his daughter.
Oh, okay. Well, like my wife said, a lot of prayer. But one thing that I will encourage you to do, especially if you're in education and you're dealing with troubled kids.
She said high school too. So.
The best thing to do is to be relatable.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're not relatable and you come at these troubled kids like you are above them or better than them, then what you're going to get is a troubled child. You can't handle a troubled child because there's nothing you can do to a troubled child. But a troubled child can do whatever they want to you.
But they don't care.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't.
The best thing to do is to be relatable and listen. If you're relatable and you listen, you can always, I'm a firm believer in the word of God. The word of God says, music soothes a savage beast. A gentle answer turns away wrath. And so if you listen to these troubled children, I don't care how bad they're acting up, talk with them, conversate with them, try to find out what's going on in their mind, be relatable to them, and listen to them. Don't try to give them a bunch of advice. Don't try to give them a bunch of direction. Just give them an ear and a hug. And that will tear down strongholds.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great advice. Langston, I hope you get that advice here, baby girl. Because if it's the one I'm thinking about, she's small too. So she gonna have to have something under her belt dealing with them kids. We also gonna have to have you and your wife on the show. I forgot that y'all had the snow cone business. So one day y'all need to come, because all these married couples going into business with each other.
Hey, we need a support group. The husband needs our support group and the women need ours. Because because it can really get real. It can really get real. You know what I'm saying? At work, to where I don't even want to fuck with you after. I just
got hit for a second because I was singing my "Come On."
And look, Vonda said Marcus. Cause I ain't the only one that's trying to hit you. Vonda just virtually hit you.
You know when people be in the church preaching, right? And then somebody just starts singing a song, and then the whole church singing. That's what I was doing. All the masters in your word, dear Lord, lead me.
See, that's the preacher kid. You wouldn't understand. It's the preacher kid thing.
Yeah, clearly.
That's that women of worship.
My steps to you.
Lord have mercy. Church on a Thursday is going up. Okay.
Now we'll end with, man, we really appreciate it. I think y'all
this is great.
Before we go though, Y'all gotta let them know one more time where they can bring their badass kids and where they can feed their little big back selves at. Y'all let us know.
You can't bring them over here no more, baby. I'll come to you though.
Shout them out. How can they get a hold of you and how can they get a hold of Pappy? Y'all leave them with something, man. So they gotta leave because they gonna want to book you. They gonna want to leave them with something.
Well, Pappy's House of Soul on Facebook. And Tiffany's Developmental Learning Academy. That's long. It's gonna change in a little bit. But that is on Instagram and Facebook as well.
And you can also Google Pappy's House of Soul
for reviews.
You can Google Pappy's House of Soul. You can contact and place your orders at 615-484-1602. We're in Clarksville, Tennessee, 3704 Cindy Joe Drive South, 37040. Is the zip code. We do private catering and we're open 7 days a week. So if you're out this way and you want something to eat, come grab a treat.
Something to eat, grab a treat.
We're gonna drop the links, Langston.
Yeah, drop the links. We need the links, and yeah, man, that has been beautiful. So again, thank y'all.
Thank you guys. Man, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, you ready to be a social media star? You got me in front of a camera, Tim.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Hey, we appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Well, can we? You got to pee, don't you? We can't close the show.
Huh? No, I was just telling them bye.
Oh, I thought you were saying telling everybody.
No, I'm just telling Tiffany to what?
I don't know. I thought you were just trying to leave me.
See, that's why I keep hitting you because you don't know how to act tonight.
You hit me like 5 times.
Yes.
But I was.
No, boy, and you can't sing.
I can sing.
No, you can't, Marky.
Watch this. It's obvious that things have changed within a year. Just give me half of the rent and get out of here. No more talking, say you lying for somebody else.
We losing watchers. We losing watchers. People unsubscribing right now.
Well, fuck them. But no, this was a really good show. I love like hearing couples, like 2 entrepreneurs in the family, right? I think that was really nice to see, and they were, you could tell in their own way they really support each other.
Yes.
And so, and when I look at our situation, and we kind of talked about like top tier men and women in support, and you can see the love and support that they have for each other.
Yes. Yeah.
So I switched it up because I don't want to get hit no more.
Right. Don't worry. When these cameras is off, boy, you better run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stretch.
All right. So I guess that's the show. Any last words before we get to rumbling?
Very inspirational story tonight. I love the negative situation turned into a positive. Being able to shift something into your passion, make money out of it. That's amazing. Yeah.
Well, with that being said and done, we out of here. Gator Boy Harris, what's up? Got to get you on the show. Vonda, got to get you on the show.
Yes.
Devanya, you've been on the show, but got to get you on the show. Langston, definitely got to get you on the show.
That was fun.
Yeah, that couple show was dope. And now we can keep them at their own house because we can go virtual.
Yeah.
So that way, if they get to fighting each other, we ain't liable.
But now we want it on camera.
Oh, good point.
Okay. We'll talk about it. Yeah.
All right. With that being said and done, we out.
Tom Jones on the beat. Welcome to the greatest podcast. Go argue with your mama.
See, taking off a headset.
Starring Marcus and Deanna. You might
Keep it
just hear some
on.
drama.
The
We
song
all a
ain't
little off
done.
kilter.
Don't
But
leave
you
me,
ain't gonna
girl.
find around
I
this
thought you
picture is a
loved me.
filter. So put the kids to bed before you get comfy and cozy. This is rated MA, mature audiences only. We keep it real, especially in a room full of phonies. From the mill to a mill, get in tune with my homies. The more I got some peoples from the bill, y'all should listen to. They provide that real that'll get you through. I got some peoples from the bill, y'all should listen to. And I'm so raw, just let a dick get an interview. I got some peoples from the bill, y'all should listen to. They provide that real that'll get you through. I got some peoples from the bill, y'all should listen to. And I'm so raw, just let a Nick get an interview.
We'll see y'all Monday. Bring y'all kids to us. Yeah, we need to do another kids show.
Yeah, that was fun too.
We ain't gonna cuss with the kids around. I ain't even let one slip. And you know my wife mouth potty and she didn't let none slip. We out this bitch. See y'all Monday.